So what if Apple figured out a way to not have itself affected by the chip shortage until it started doing weird things? Because yes, it looks like Apple might be doing things differently with the iPhone 14 series, and it's not good. New leaks hint to some positive changes and pretty cool features coming to Samsung's next smartwatch. And, well, speaking of smartwatches, this new report shows us which companies had, I guess, the best time in 2021. I'm Jaime Rivera, and, well, it's Monday, and all I can say is I hate fake spring number 2 in New York City. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Samsung and event invitations. Yes, the company has been very busy, we recently got the Galaxy S22 series and new laptops, but they just sent out press invitations for a Galaxy A event that will be happening on March 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Of course, there's really no secrets with this kind of invitations, but we are expecting the company to give us a new Galaxy A73 and Galaxy A53 models. Some of the leaks suggest that we'll be getting some pretty low-key upgrades over last generation, with the main marketing feature being 5G. Now, starting with the A53, it's expected to bring a 6.46-inch display, 8 gigs of RAM, up to 256 gigs of storage, and a 4860 mAh battery while running on an octa-core processor and apparently a very near to same design. Now, the A73 will reportedly bring a 6.7-inch panel running at 120 Hz and Full HD Plus resolution. And in addition to that, we might be getting lower-end models like the A33 and more. We'll keep you posted on what is announced and whenever that happens. Now, before we get into leaks, let's talk about the wearables market for a couple of seconds. As yes, Counterpoint Research just posted a new report where they detail what's been going on in this segment for the previous year. Apparently, the market grew 24% year over year, with some familiar faces leading the charge. Of course, you have Apple at number 1 with a 30.1% of the market, even if they lost nearly 3% year over year. With the report mentioning it's because they did not refresh the Apple Watch SE. Now, Samsung is now number 2 with a 10.2% of the market, with a crazy 200% surge in the third quarter of 2021, thanks to the release of their Galaxy Watch 4 series, and more on that soon. Then we have in third place Huawei at 7.7%, which still secured the spot even if they released their new watches late last year. Then you got companies like Amazfit, Garmin, Fitbit, and Xiaomi. We'll be linking to the report in the description, but yeah, what smartwatch are you guys currently rocking? Because I love my Garmin. That's not going to change right now. Now, on that note, let's go back to Sammy, but stick to smartwatches for a change this time. We're getting close to the year mark since the Galaxy Watch 4 series was launched, and obviously that naturally means you get Galaxy Watch 5 leaks starting to arrive. The Watch 5 recently appeared in a new regulatory filing where it confirmed the new model number and that it would bring a larger battery than its predecessor. Apparently, the smaller variant would bring a 276 mAh battery, which is slightly larger than the one we got on the Watch 4. Now, on another note, a report from ET News claims that the Watch 5 will come with a thermometer function. This is actually a feature that will allow users to measure their body temperature in order to detect diseases in an early stage, and it would also help track ovulation cycles. We've been hearing about companies like Apple struggling to bring a temperature sensor, but the report mentions that Sammy will be able to measure it as accurate as possible, which doesn't make us too optimistic. But heck, we're even hearing that the Galaxy Buds might also bring the function as well. Anyways, Galaxy Watch 5 series is coming or expected to arrive in August with the next generation of foldables, so we'll see. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's move on to Apple and the iPhone 14 series. Like I've said in the past, it feels like the design is a done deal at this point. But we keep getting conflicting leaks for the specifications. Now we have a new couple of tweets from none other than Ming-Chi Kuo, letting us know what to expect, and it's kind of weird. Starting with the names, he claims that these will be the iPhone 14, 14 Max, 14 Pro, and 14 Pro Max. So yeah, the Mini is dead this time around, but on a completely unrelated unrelated note, and what I'm actually going to want to talk about is also a completely un-Apple thing to do, as he claims that only the 2 Pro models will be getting the new processor, while the regular variants are going to stick to the A15 Bionic. Let that sink in. It seems that Apple might use an old chip for some of the new models, and we don't really know why. I assume the chip shortage. Then he mentions that all 4 new models will most likely come with 6 GB of RAM, with the main difference that the Pros are getting LPDDR5 while the base models are getting LPDDR4X. The thing about it is, this might be the first time that we're getting completely different phones between the Pro and the other 2 models. Different chip, no notch on the Pro models. I mean, it's clear that Apple wants you to go Pro this year, but for today's question, let us know, would this change make you want to buy the Pros over the regular models? Because if it weren't for Apple's planned obsolescence practices, the whole battery throttling issues, I wouldn't mind another year with the A15 Bionic. It's still more powerful than many, if not all, chips out there. But then I think that a dramatic price drop would be in order. If they drop the price to justify keeping the chips, I think that would make their products so much more enticing. But that's just me. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow us on social media as our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me flee New York whenever it's just crazy. We have like 3 fake springs. It's bad. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.